had situations where, you know, a client would say, well, I'm gonna leave my RSP to my one child and my house to the other child.
Yeah.
They don't understand that there's tax implications where one child is gonna get the full amount and the other one is gonna be on the hook for tax implications.
Collapsing RSPs.
Exactly,
and
so
RIFs
there's tax implications to the estate that the one child will have. So those are things that are important to know, and how you can mitigate or minimize some of those in your lifetime is important, because having those conversations while you're alive is a lot easier to know what you want done than waiting until after you passed away, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And some people don't care, and that's fine, but for those that do, it's
Well,
important
you
to have
should-
those.
you
We
should.
make assumptions too,
You
right, to your
should.
point. I mean, this individual, a client of yours, if he would have known that collapsing RSPs would be a 50% trigger
Yeah.
right away, probably would have rethought the entire
Exactly.
strategy on how to divide the assets.
Yeah.
Because the last thing you want is to make an assumption that
That's
this
right.
will be the case, and your kids, you probably wouldn't care after, but your
Yeah,
kids would,
Exactly.
saying, well,
Yeah.
this wasn't really fair, and
That's
he
right.
got more, and this in itself creates tension in the family. And who needs that? So why not take time to do this thing properly with the right type of
And
planning?
having those conversations with your children, with your family, is important. Having family meetings, having the open dialogue. Now you're not going to do it when your children are very young, but as they get to the teenage, young adulthood, you know, you can have those conversations around what's important.
Yeah.
And that way they know what's important to you, you know what's important to them, and you hopefully it can be a harmonious situation as opposed to a contentious one, which unfortunately we're seeing more and more of. But I think the main point I'd say with that is make sure you have a will. We've seen celebrities in the last number of years pass away. Prince passed away without a will. Aretha Franklin
No,
passed away
really?
without a will. Yeah. So you're seeing these. I won't call them sophisticated because they obviously are not, but
But
they
they've
have.
made so much
But
money,
they have
accumulated so much
they're
wealth.
millionaires.
They should have somebody
They're millionaires.
advising.
They have sophisticated advisors you think around them.
Yeah.
Why didn't they have
That's
a
crazy.
plan of sorts, right?
Wow.
And you know, in some cases maybe you don't need one if there's only one beneficiary, but when you get to certain levels, when you've accumulated assets, there should be a document that says where things go, whether it's just to your children or to a charity, to a legacy you want to create, whatever it is.